Rick James, everybody, 1981. Fish notes coming on a Rick James train. Anyway, decided to switch it up after Megadeth last week. So if y'all don't know the Rick James album that comes from, check it out online. It's pretty hilarious. Give it to me, babe. 1981. Anyway, let's get on into some goals, y'all. Okay, this week's service goal. So it's gonna be rainy, all weekend probably. So one of the things I want to focus on is asking our new staff members challenging seafood questions that customers ask, and then let them struggle to answer and then help them learn. A little bit of stress about how to do something right is the best way to learn how to increase that ability to hear, to listen, and to learn from what y'all know. Last week's goal are sitting right there. This week's for team effectiveness along the same way. If the storm slows down business, challenge the new team members to learn tasks they haven't done in our markets before. Even if they're point guard, get them to reset a whole fish or fluff up the shrimp, or do things. Challenge them to do things that they can't do when it's fast, so that when you teach a teammate to do something, you're going to help our whole entire production capacity to make our team stronger and our skill set deeper. So keep that in mind while we're trying to fill in when it's no customers in the market. We can always find things to clean, but at this point, we've got some new staff members that could benefit through some challenging seafood learning. So break out the seafood knowledge text from our training manual and go from there and help them learn a little bit more about what they're selling. Okay, moving on to weekend notes. Oyster season opens October 15th. This weekend weather is going to be stormy, crappy. We highlighted spots, flounder, and mixed crabs. No price changes. Specials this week: $11 a pound for live lobsters, $39 for a half bushel of mixed crabs, and Atlantic salmon is $9 a pound. So make sure customers know that all your signs are updated in the store, and let them know. Crustacean notes. Believe it or not, all this pouring rain, Sam is out there crabbing right now, and because he thinks it's going to be too windy for the next days after that to go. So we'll have more crabs this afternoon, limited number ones and jumbos, and hopefully Proach will go on Sunday, but we'll have to stay tuned and see what the weather does. Lobster still on special, $11 a pound. Keep them rolling. If you need to order some, do so. Let Kenny know before this afternoon, because we won't be able to get anything until Monday if you need them. Okay, shrimp notes. We're going to have bait shrimp. No more bait shrimp for CB. I didn't order it from Denny today. Believe it or not, Denny still called me this morning wanting to go out. He's crazy, but I told him we're going to be good. So what you got is what you got for fresh bait shrimp. We do have the Ocean Caught, 26.30 heads on, $7 a pound for both stores. We're trying to burn out those last bit of those 40/50s at $7. I did get a few, I think about 45 pounds coming from Harvey to Marsteller, so we'll probably send those down to the beach once y'all burn out. But they're brand new, fresh, and Harvey said they're good quality, so we shouldn't have any problem with that. When we run out of fresh mediums, we're going to go to a 3640 NC, but I think Midtown's going to run a 3640 farmed. Jumbo tails, we've got some fresh 2125, and then we're on to either Frozen Gulf or NC 2125s. I'll leave that up to the individual retails, which they want to use for that. Shellfish notes, got some shellfish things happening, y'all. We're trying to get ahead of the game. We've got plenty, all the clams are going to have, because I'm sure they're going to shut down after all this rain. We've got no Beaufort cultures. They got shut down this week, didn't even open back up. Nathan went out there yesterday and all that rain and harvested about 2,800 of our stump sounds, and they've been selling great, so keep it up. We'll have them continue to harvest them every Thursday so long as the shell fishing is open. We also have some Delaware Bay oysters at one of Kenny's connections that we've got through the grapevine. Is their big operation that they're sending us a vat of oysters we're picking up tomorrow, along with 15 bushels of Maryland's coming in. They're going to predominantly be for wholesale, but if people want bushel oysters, we are going to have them. I don't even know if I'm going to send any down to the beach, but if they want bushel oysters, we are going to have them, and I'm going to update prices as I figure out what they look like tomorrow for retail. We've got all the live mussels in the house. Y'all should have it both retail markets by now. Okay, fish notes. Plenty of spots in the house. We got more coming in tomorrow. Next week is going to play it by ear. All this rain is going to screw things up probably, but we should be good through the first of the week. Pound net fishing season is on. I'm going to attach another video, a YouTube video of a good example of what pound net fishing is. It's a technique for fishing has been going on since Native Americans learned how to harvest fish. It's a really clean and productive fishing technique that produces live fish, and the fish that people choose to take, so long as they're within good size limits, they go right onto ice, so it makes a good high quality counterfish. And for environmental concerns, all the small fish are culled live released back into the water if they're not ready to be harvested. It's one of the predominant ways we get inshore fish like black drum, sheep's head, pompano, bluefish, anything that's, they come out of these pound nets. They're great. And they can only work when fish are moving from north to south or south to north. They're stationary nets, and they basically, catch fish going when they're moving for the fall or for the spring. So anyway, stay tuned for the next month. We should have some interesting fish on the counter, and you can tell customers it's a great fishing technique that everyone should get behind in terms of, good for the environment, good for our communities, and good for commercial fishermen. We also have, in terms of what we have on our counter, we just got fresh grouper, rosefish, gray snapper, a few pompano, flounder, spots, amberjack. We tried to go light again on fish because of the weather, but everything we have, for the most part, should be in real good high quality, so that's good as well. Okay, moving on to company notes. We've got new schedules have been posted at both stores. If they haven't, get Zach or Sean to show you where they are. CV morning crews are now taking over the heavy cleaning response. All display cleaning, anything heavy cleaning needs to be done in the mornings. So make sure you check your daily duties and get that done before the Fords come in the afternoons. They're going to check you off before you go. We're also adding 2 days to our Spout Springs market, which is in outside of Fayetteville. If everyone's not familiar, we're going to add 2 days, so it's going to give us a bigger presence in the Sandhills area. We're really stoked on that, and hopefully see some good things coming from it. We're starting our inland Piggly Wiggly route next week, which is good because that means our Seaview Crab Company brand is going to be into more places inland, which is good for our company and good for the larger picture of what's going on. So we're stoked on that. The tracking and inventory POS is coming along well. We made a couple tweaks this week, and I think it's going to help out with the process. So stay tuned. We're going to have some changes to our retail closing process to keep on top of our inventory, so we stay as real as we can be day to day. Our first print marketing newsletter is coming out. Thanks to Lauren, Sarah, Sam, and Nathan. They did a great job on getting it all together, and we're going to be experimenting with different marketing techniques like this. So if anyone wants in, especially for guerrilla projects, let me know. Google guerrilla marketing if you're not sure what that means. And that can involve everybody. I didn't put this on my notes here, but thanks to Sean and Teresa for putting up the Where in the World is Seaview Crab Company on the wall at CB. That's awesome. I'm really pumped to see that, and that's going to be another great part of like expanding out what Seaview Crab Company means to the world beyond Wilmington. So great work, everybody. It's going to be a slow weekend, but that means a weekend to get ahead and to do things that are going to matter when it's busy. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to leave you with another great thinker, one of my favorite, George Bernard Shaw, and a little more Rick James.